Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for watching the show. We're joined in studio by Bruce Polley from the CCA Oregon. Bruce, thank you very much for coming in, man.
You bet.
You're a busy man. You're flying all over the place this week. Was that for the CCA or for your regular business?
No, it was a family business.
Oh,
I just had a family deal going on down in Texas. I had to go down and take care of.
Texas?
San Antonio, yeah.
Texas?
Yeah.
You ever been there? I have only been there once. I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
I'd love to go hunting there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Anyway, a matter of fact, we just did a Facebook Live thing. We actually have people watching that were in Texas. So
nice. Yeah.
Interesting side.
Yeah.
All right. So lots of stuff going on out there. Like I mentioned at the top of the show, I don't know if you were watching, I had made it clear that even though the strides that have been made on the Columbia River, much due in part to the CCA and some others that were out there to get kill nets off the springers, massive wins. I mean, just really epic wins that are still ongoing, right?
Yep.
But there are no shortage of things to, kind of attack, right?
Oh, yeah. Constantly.
Constantly.
Yeah.
It's actually so stupid.
The one thing I did want to say and point out, because I've been pointing this out everywhere I've been going, that if you didn't notice this year with the high water and the difficulties we had fishing in Columbia, this is the first time in history we've had a spring Chinook season, a sport spring Chinook season on the Columbia River without gill nets.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you. I will give everyone involved with that, all the volunteers from the CCA, thank you very much for that. I thought
a lot of folks for a lot of years were involved, but historic year. I mean, no matter what the doubting people can say what they want, it happened.
It happened.
It happened.
And it's going to continue to happen, and it's still an ongoing thing.
Summer Chinook is going to be the same.
Yeah.
No gill nets during summer Chinook season. We still have some work to do. Some work to do in the fall, but we've accomplished that. So,
awesome. Awesome. There's no question that it's just awesome. And there's still people that believe that there was a gill net fishery on the springers, because I actually get this question. Well, how many did the gill netters get this year?
Because
none.
Because they heard it at the boat ramp. Yeah.
Who knows? All right. So this past week, and actually for several weeks prior, there's been a lot of scuttle about a sturgeon retention fishery in the lower Columbia River.
Yep.
And without me saying too much, where are we kind of at with that? Was there a stance taken by the CCA? And I know that there was there was quite a fiasco here in the last
quite a dust up. Yeah.
But can you kind of give us an idea of what has happened and where we really are with this?
Well, we like you said, scuttlebutt's a great definition of it, because that's all that we've heard. We hadn't seen any official plan from the agencies either side of the river on what the fishery was going to be, what they were proposing, a staff proposal, a joint state proposal. So I had got a phone call from an ODFW manager last Thursday saying that they were going to present some information to the ODFW Commission last Friday. But that was it. And so Tuesday we heard that there was going to be a call-in meeting from Oregon and Washington, joint state, and that the public was welcome to call in and make your comments about this sturgeon retention fishery, and then a decision would be made at the end of the meeting, or at the end of this telephone call. And I'm like, this seems like, where's your proposal for the fishery? We still don't have a document. We can't see what you're proposing yet. So that was 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday. So 2 more business hours and we're done with the day. And then the next morning the call was supposed to be at 10. As you know, I had to fly to Texas, like we just talked about. So I was heading to the airport expecting there was going to be a call, and I get a ping on my email saying that the agencies just canceled the meeting because they still didn't have a staff report out. They still didn't have any documentation for us to look at. So that was weird. And there hadn't been any public review. There hadn't been any public input. Some of the people I've been talking to said, oh, yeah, this is all going to happen. Like, well, and then I have other people saying, wait a minute, what are you talking about it's going to happen? And, when I say some on each side and some on the other, I mean, we've got good members that I think are good-hearted, good conservation-minded sport anglers that are on both sides of this, let's have a retention fishery, let's not have one. CCA hasn't taken a position. We sent out a notice this week stating exactly that. We haven't taken a position. We were accused of a lot of things this week. I was accused of a lot of things this week. There was some character assassination going on. But I guess if you're not taking flack, you're not over the target, So our concern is that we're not exercising an instant gratification, that we've got sustainability here. We've been off of these fish, not harvesting these fish for 3 years. We all know, the bios and we all know that sea lion predation is a huge issue on sturgeon in the Columbia River. The sturgeon sanctuaries where we used to catch and release oversize, we've eliminated even catch and release sport fishing there because there's a sturgeon spawning sanctuary up at Bonneville and in Oregon City. So we've set aside these special areas so sturgeon can go and safely spawn and not even be caught hook and line and released. And they've turned into feeding lots for sea lions.
Buffet.
Yeah. So, I mean, the brooder size sturgeon are disappearing. The young sturgeon, the sublegal sturgeon, aren't showing up in the counts.
Shaker size.
Yeah, and I mean and this size. I mean, little guys. So, I mean, we've been very concerned about it. We're eager to hear from ODFW, from their bios, and I talk to them a lot, and I think they're good folks and good-hearted folks and trying to do the right thing. But there had been no communication and no information out to the public. So both states decided to stop that meeting. And, of course, you know, we were accused of being, you know, the evil behind the, you know, it's funny as CCA gets accused of being all-powerful and also being, you know, not powerful at all. So somewhere in between maybe there's the answer. But so that's what happened this week. I
got to stop you here.
Yep.
Because I want to come back and pick up where you left off.
Perfect.
Okay. We're going to cut to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue to talk with Bruce Polley from the CCA Oregon, and we're going to pick up right where he left off, where the two states have finally made the decision to stop the meeting, and now we're going to find out where we are continuing to go from this point. And it's all very interesting, and I love how you kind of put it. Character assassination was very interesting.
Unfortunately.
CCA and personally, by the way, a bunch of BS, but we won't go too far into that because my opinion means nothing. We'll be back with the one that does in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.